What up, YouTube? Back in this thing. Back in this thing. Back in this thing with another one. Before I start this video off, I want to say rest in peace to LB, the homie, the bro, the family. You know, the first nigga to ever believe in me. You know what I'm saying? And what I was trying to push. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want to say rest in peace to him right quick. It just came up over me to say that. But today's video is going to be shocking. It's going to be surprising. But you know what? I'm finna run this clip and I'm finna get right into it for y'all and let y'all see exactly what the topic is. All right, here we go. Let's run that thing.
I've tried to record this so many times, and I'm going to be very honest with y'all. I don't know how to preface the video that I'm about to show y'all. I'm going to just go ahead and roll the clip, and if you need to pause while watching it, please do. But this can be something that's very, very, very triggering to some people.
No. I was wondering why no one thought to say and voice their opinion that when I look at these white men, they are the epitome of masculine, and watching some of these police officers manhandle these black men in the street is very attractive and it's a turn on, you know? And I'm wondering, does anybody else feel like that?
Hold on.
Yes, Lord.
Y'all off the chain, okay? Yes.
Every 18 minutes, the black guys now goes by 3.
That's what's up. I think we can get it down to 15. Blue lives matter.
Yeah.
Don't even breathe in my direction. I will start crying and I will call the police.
I love calling the police on.
Yes.
I love it because they tighten up. They turn into a whole different person
When they tell them to run.
Right.
Okay.
I think she should have.
I met a nerdy guy. He's really sweet. We're both ambitious and educated. That's exactly the type of guy I wanted. And it's just like there's no turning back because these Duskies, they're dusty. Like they just belong in a coffin.
I agree.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bianca. Who was next to me?
We back in this thing. That was some despicable shit just to have to listen to, honestly, and it's hard to just sit here and digest it. Shout out to the sister who, you know, put all that together as far as and did the investigation, expose her sister, the sisterhood of the traveling tramps. Thank you for exposing them. Shout out to the brother, you know, because he was in the video tearing up and hurt and crying, and because that's some hurtful shit to say. I don't know exactly how to express the true emotion and feeling behind statements like that being made when you know that it's really people's life at risk. You know, when you calling the police and assuming that they are going to be harmed by you calling the police, assuming they might have a fear of the police as a black man, and seeing the precedent that have been set specifically in this country, especially recently in the 2020, 2021, 2022, with the passing of George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, and Mike Brown, and many others that have been greatly highlighted the actuality of police brutality, and the fact that just walking home from work or driving home from work and you registered, you're legal, you're a law-abiding citizen as a black, dark-skinned man, you can lose your life, you know, and not even having to be dark-skinned, you could be a light-skinned man. Just the threat of being a indigenous person in this country, these cops will take your life, you know what I'm saying, especially a man. And when you really look at the data, you know, it really is a black male problem, because honestly, black women are not nowhere near as targeted by these race soldiers and YT cops. You feel me? They are much more lenient on the black woman. So you're not going to look up and see, you know, every 20 something days a black woman being killed by the police. So the whole say her name hashtag for Breonna Taylor is really useless, because at the end of the day, there's just as many black women get killed by the police as white women. It's kind of equal, you know, just as many black women get killed by the police as white men. You know, it's pretty much equal. So, you know, you can't really say that black women are specifically being targeted by the police. Man, I've looked up the data, the research, I've looked it up, so I know. You can look it up yourself if you want to. I'm not finna put all the hashtags and links in the comment section. I'm not doing none of that because I don't believe you niggas even care, because if you cared, you would have already looked it up and you would know what I know. You would know what I know if you care. But obviously, you niggas don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because you willing to let even the underground resignation of women speaking like this is not even really taken seriously, because it's not. Because I've heard worse. You know, it's sections of YouTube and certain places you can go and you can hear black women in when they're swirlers, you know, they're calling black men nakers, apes, baboons, bullet bags. I mean, this shit is getting ugly, wild, and it's past insidious. I'm gonna tell you, because I don't actually listen to these women talk, a lot of them. Some of the people will come and actually hear me listening to some of these crystal swirls, and come and hear me listen to some of these Chrissies, and come and hear me listen to some of these wild women with wild opinions, and they will ask me, they would say, why are you listening to this? Why? And I would say, because I have to hear it. I have to. Because I gotta know the mind. I gotta know the spirit. Because it's actually my people, regardless to whether or not I like it, and whether or not I even accept it. Now, I do accept it, that's why I still listen. But whether or not it makes me feel good, it's the truth. It's the fact of what it is. This is what we're dealing with. This is almost 70% of the black female population have thoughts like this, have emotions like this. It's not the minority of black women that are carrying themselves in a way where this could be a reflection of their mental space or their mental head space. So you won't have to say, oh, this is a minority, that's just a small minority of black women. You don't have to worry about shit like that happening in the overall community at large with the mass majority of black women. No, it's not like that. Honestly, things that you just heard, and the type of rhetoric that you just heard, and the type of insidiousness that you just heard, and the type of evilness that you just heard is very pervasive in the black community. You know what I'm saying? It's the majority of black women in the black community. Like when you look at the concept of a Pookie and a Ray Ray in the black community, of a gangbanger and a thug in the black community, a criminal and a scammer in the black community, you have to understand, when it's a male, that's only less than 20% of the black male population that are gangbangers, criminals, scammers, pimps, negative things, who are not actually good people in the society, not law-abiding citizens. Let's be honest, that's less than 20% of the black male population. Literally it is. Like, you don't even have a majority of the black male population out of birth having kids out of wedlock. The majority of black men actually don't have kids and don't have families. Or like, that's why it's so easy for us to move up into the middle class. When you look at the statistics of where black men are headed, is because a lot of us are childless. So we have disposable income. So it looks like we're wealthier than we really are. This is just facts. You can try to say candy coated and say whatever you want to say, but at the end of the day, what I'm telling you is the reality of the world we living in now. This is why you see why it would look like black male population is moving up, and we got more mobility than a black female population who is downward spiral, single motherhood, obesity. But you see black male, oh, we in the middle class. We're the most highly desired male in the world. It's because we have been making different choices. We've been doing different things. We've been having two different societies we've been living in for over 50 or 60 years now. This is serious business, man. It's not time to be debating and guessing and wondering and trying to figure out. No, it's people out here with the facts, with the truth, who understand, who know. And it's people out here confused. Which one are you? Because I know what's up. I'm letting you know right now, I'm not questioning this shit. I'm not wondering. It's not up for debate with me. See, that's indecision. That's going to cause you to hesitate. And in the crunch time, you don't have time to hesitate. You got to go off your first instinct. You got to go off your muscle memory. That's how you get success. So that's what I want us as people to be able to go off the muscle memory of already rehearsed good behaviors, like me, like myself. So when things pop up quick, something happened. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. I don't have to wait 3, 4, 5 days later to come up with a consensus of my mind. Was that right or improper? I don't have to ask 5 and 6 people and get their opinion to find out whether or not that was a good thing. No, immediately when it happened, I can decide and say within my mind that, oh no, that was inappropriate. Every consequence that Will Smith is going to face because of that unfolded before my eyes the moment he slapped that man. Is your brain like that? It's not. I don't even have to ask you. I know. It's only a few of us out here that's really in that energy, that's really on that frequency, on that level, and we are disrespected, not listened to. You know what I'm saying? Called all type of different terminology that's not true. You see what I'm saying? And a further divide is placed into the black community. And we get situations like this, with the sisters sitting up here making a joke, or even further than a joke. Now, you sexually aroused by the threat that a white officer poses to the life of a black man. You turned on at the white officer knee being on. Man, I froze at the thought, man. I'm gonna be real. That just blew my mind. I'm gonna be real. I don't want to vocalize that. I don't, because that's sick, boy. I mean, that's some sick. I mean, oh my goodness gracious. Y'all going there. Y'all really going there, man. Y'all really putting it out there. Like it's cute. Like it's funny. Like this is not documented. Like somebody not gonna look back, know who you are, know what's going on, and say, wow, that was some evil, despicable shit to say. And then y'all sitting over here canceling people for less. Y'all, like, black women, BWs, man, we got a long, hard road ahead of us. I'm gonna be honest with you. And it's not looking like it's no improvements being made at this point. But I'm gonna keep hope alive, man. But god dang, that's just bad. And you know what? I got another question. Since we right here, talking all this shit, a lot of it don't seem like it's correlating based upon the first video I played. But at the end of the day, I got a question. Since we can clearly see that black men and black women have been basically in two different worlds, living under the system of white supremacy and racism, not saying that white people are supreme or that they're better, but it's the system of white supremacy and racism. I gotta say that because a lot of niggas will take it to heart if I say white supremacy, like I'm saying that whites are supreme. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the system of white supremacy. It's a system that they have set up to give white people advantage in that system. See, I don't think white people are supreme. I don't think they better. I don't think black people are supreme. I don't think they better. I think all human beings are equal, and we all need to learn how to work together and live on this planet in harmony. But the real question I want to ask is, since we've been getting two different treatments in the system of white supremacy, black men and black women, like a couple years ago, I was actually asking folks this question: what oppression has the black woman been through? What type of oppression? What type of, like, we got concrete details of what the black men have been through. I have lived through it. The prison industrial complex, police brutality, Jim Crow. They lock us out of the work field. Go to the military, they make you shave your face to the point where people have ruined faces, like make you shave with a razor blade till you ruin the skin on your face. Like, this is all real true. Like, when I was first entering the work field as a 19-year-old young man, like, I've always wanted to have long hair. That's why I have long hair now. Like, when I was in high school, I had long, big afro and long braids, and I've always been wanting to have long hair. I don't know why. It's just who I am. And the first thing that I had to do when I got out of high school was shave my head. They're like, you got to get a job. You got to cut your hair. You got to do this. You got to do that. While I was in college, I'm gonna be honest, I kept my hair long, but college dropout, had to jump that work field, hair gone, fade, clean cut. You feel what I'm saying? So I believe as though we know what the black man has been through in this country. We see the clear symptoms of it. Like, I would really want to just talk about what it has been the black woman's experience in America since y'all can so freely, for example, call the police on a black man. So obviously the police is not a threat to y'all. So if y'all can so easily and make jokes about this, and I've seen several black women do this, not just one black woman. We actually got documentation that can prove to you that I can, if I really wanted to, that I can prove to you that black women call the police on black men more than white people do. Black women really call the police on black men a lot. And it's for bullshit reasons too, because a lot of this shit is documented. That's what you black women don't know. When you make a phone call to the police, it's documented. When you get an abortion, it's documented. Even the gender of the child is documented. Y'all don't understand this type of shit y'all participating in. I got another question. See, black men, I'm gonna be real with you. A lot of my friends and homies, we don't go to the doctor like that. We don't be trying to run up and go see. It's some of the funny style homeboys that not funny style, but some of the homies that I'll be looking at sideways be trying to go to the doctor all the time. You know, all the fucking time. Like, not for, like, if a nigga break his leg or get an injury, sprain his ankle, I understand. You go to the doctor to get a wound taken. I'm talking about these niggas be in the doctor like for annual checkups and getting your balls gripped and getting your prostate poked. Like, it's not a lot of black men doing this. Most of us is not trying to be up under no doctor getting examined on by these pharmaceutical companies who don't have our best interests in mind, because nobody have had our best interests in mind in this country since we've been here. So why would we start all of a sudden trusting after the Tuskegee experiment? Come on, man. So they did that on black men. The Tuskegee experiment was an experiment carried out where they injected black men with syphilis and made them carry it out for 40 years. And it was a black woman who was actually doing the experiment, who was carrying it out and knew what these black men was going through. Okay, now another example is the Democratic Party. How in the hell is black men, some of us still voting, and the majority of us is still voting. I'm gonna be honest. You know, the majority of black men in this country, the last election, Biden versus Trump, 70% of black men actually voted for Biden. So, but a large portion of us did not vote at all. Just did not vote at all and said we don't want to do either. It wasn't the majority of us, sad to say. It was not a small group, but about something like 30 or 40% of us, something like that, or even less. I don't know exactly. I can't remember. It was a while ago. It wasn't that long ago, but at least we not rooted in a Democratic Party. At least some of us is looking at the options and saying, okay, we might vote for Trump. We might vote for whoever's doing the best for us. Whoever's offering us something as a collective of people, that's who we gonna vote for. We're not just gonna vote for the Democratic Party because they Democrats and we feel as though we should be Democrats. That's what black women is doing, because y'all trust these Democrats. Y'all trust these left-leaning people. And their true objective in life is not to be leaning right, not to be leaning left, but to be center and balanced. You get it? So they already sending you for a loop. Either way, you trying to lean to the left, you trying to lean to the right, you're going to tip over and fall, when everything really needs to be in balance, homeostasis. Everything needs to be in harmony, and you need to be upright. You know, but they got us doing this bullshit for reasons we do not know, or for reasons we know, so they can keep control over the world and the finances of the world, and keep the indigenous people of the world down, so that they can use them at the bottom of the totem pole to build their whole capitalistic system up from the bottom, which is us, the indigenous people, which is me, the indigenous black man. On the bottom, they can use us as a workforce and as a workhorse, and from that labor, they can create so many different things and create a whole society built up on that initial labor and workforce who never gets compensated for their life essence, for their life's work put in. They are never compensated. So that energy is converted up the totem pole to where you get all of these billionaires at the top and these broke people doing the work at the bottom, and these billionaires doing nothing at the top, just living better than the people doing the work. Okay. But in that system, at least the black men understand You know, and that's why I want to keep the question going. What oppression? What has the black? I really want to know. If somebody could jump in the comments, somebody just whoever hear this video, answer me. Like, this is what we went through. We went through this. You know, we was what was it? Tell me. Like, I really want to know. Like, express it. I'm not trying to say it didn't happen. Y'all didn't go through shit. Only the black man suffered. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to get the full story, because at the end of the day, the black man's story is being told and still yet being told in the streets right now, when we can clearly see the things that we suffer as a result of white supremacy and racism. Now, what I'm trying to get is for you black women to go ahead and vocalize what y'all struggle was. Like, vocalize it. Tell me what happened, what went down, every detail. You know, just like we can, and show me the results, how it's still affecting today. Like, the same way the correlation lines go in line to the slave catchers and the sheriffs back in the day on the plantation, to now you got the sheriffs and the police PD today still on the nigga neck today. I want to see these linkages linking up, because that's how it works. That's how racism is. It's generation. Keep going, you know. So this is what I want to talk about. Since y'all want to sit up here and get turned on by the fact that Trayvon Martin get killed by Andrew Zimmerman, since y'all want to be happy that Mike Brown got killed like he did, it's a turn on now. It's a kink now. It's a fetish now. Since y'all want to, since it's that, this the answer I want to come with. This what I want to talk about. This what I want y'all to answer to me, because it can't be the same situation in which we as black men are experiencing in this country. And you know what? It's your boy Ocho, and I'm gonna end it right there. Longer video than usual. Like and subscribe if you made it this far. And I'm out this thing.